Okay, welcome to the 10th episode of Suds to Success. Urjan just caught me and started the episode right when I was in the middle of a rant.
Not lacking, brother. He's somebody.
That's how he's telling me to get on with it. Oh boy. Yeah, he's almost done the fasting in Ramadan, so the shenanigans will be probably. Is this the last week of it?
Yeah, Saturday, inshallah.
Okay, so the next episode, when you realize why he's so crisp and to the point, he's eating again.
Yeah,
all right.
Drinking water.
Yeah, and your mango and pineapple juice. And 10th episode of Suds to Success. 10. Ooh.
I made it, bro.
Yeah, so I'll kind of start off with the intro. We're on all social medias. So Suds to Success Podcast, if you want to see some clips and tons of stuff that we kind of do and our highlights. We also have a website, suds to success podcast.com, and that's where all of our stuff's on there. We have some discount links for software, CRMs, tons of different things there. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, comment, and like. We love hearing your comments. We actually been getting a decent amount of comments on the shorts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's been pretty good. Dean's episode, people like Dean. Well, that's excellent.
I told
Dean,
you, bro. I knew it.
Dean. Well, we might have to bring Dean back.
100%.
Oh boy, 100%. He's gonna like that too much. All right, episode today. It's one that's important because we're both facing it right now. How to avoid burnout.
Right before we started this, I go, Andrew, I'm burnt out. He goes, me too, bro. And he didn't say me too. He said it in a more aggressive way, but
a less appropriate way, shall we say?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've done episodes on pretty much how to keep going in the summer and the spring. We didn't take our advice; we just did it anyway. How to make it, how mental health in the winter, and this is one that tends to sneak up on a lot of business owners. And I wouldn't say I'm burnt out. I'm saying I'm getting tired, and it really shows how efficient you are in your business right now. So, in this episode, we're gonna go over how to avoid burnout, kind of things you can do to make your life better. Because we're all about. I mean, we've both told on the podcast and said on the podcast we've worked stupid hours and pretty much like became a little crispy and a little burnt out. So we always have notes. I'm not gonna lie to you. We always got a little note bar right here, and we just make them up right before the podcast goes on. That's why I was in the middle of a rant. Urjan's like, I'm tired of listening to this guy. So we
I forgot how many times to click record.
You can't wait for when you're on point next episode.
7:54 today.
Huh?
I break fast at 7:54.
Oh, we got tons of time. Okay. So pretty much how to avoid burnout. He's all over the place, guys. I mean, he can't even focus. So
I don't know if anybody saw the last thumbnail, the mango pineapple juice comment. For all the real ones, only the real ones will know.
Okay, we gotta get back
to
this.
Sorry.
What are we? Okay. So how to avoid burnout. It's a real thing. I mean, people tend to deal with it. We all deal with it. Even every successful business owner has dealt with it. And kind of people look at me all the time. They're like, you do so much. How do you avoid it? And the main thing that, we have a bunch of points here, like taking breaks and, pretty much setting hours, not overworking. But I am not going to lie to you. I've not always done that. It's how I get through burnout. It's a little bit different than I guess other people. And Urjan's going to kind of go over his, and his might be more, normal. The problem with me is, it's true. The problem with me is my hobby is business. Like I could work, and it's not just like working on cars. It's like the day-to-day. It's like the AI stuff. It's like dealing with this customer. Oh, this went wrong. Can't wait. Dealing with this, dealing with that. It's like I like the rush. I love constant going. And like right now, I'm living life. Am I a little crispy and tired? Yeah. No. Do I love it? Oh, 100%. Like I would keep going. But like for people that relate to that, where you're like, I love hustling. Like, and it's like literally like hobby. Like someone said that. They're like, your hobby is literally what you do for a living. I'm like, I'm aware. Like I love it. I could own 4 businesses and be like living life. Like I just love the constant nonsense and like just uneasiness and like stress and whatever. And someone was telling me, they were quoting a job in a different industry, and they're like, how do you do this? I'm like, I love it. Like I'm like they're like nervous and anxious. I'm like,
Crazy.
oh, I can't wait. Like I just love the rush of a sale or whatever. I'm like, oh, like I love it, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is finding your anchor. That's how I avoid burnout. It's what's your purpose? And they kind of go together. And this was kind of totally a coaching thing that I learned when I did coaching and therapy. And I kind of always done it. But finding what is your reason to do what you're doing. And it can't be to make money, or you're going to be so burnt out so fast that you won't even know which way is up, which way is down. And sooner or later, you're going to be closing your business because you won't have a purpose.
Yeah.
My purpose is helping people. So I've always felt the need that I want to help people. And you can do that in tons of different ways. Some people will go to the grocery store with me or whatever and be like, do you want to donate $2 to whatever foundation it is? And most of the time, 80% of the time, I do yes. Or what else I'll do sometimes is I'll ask when I'm in like a coffee, like a fast food restaurant, like a coffee line or something, how much is the order behind me? If it's less than $5, pay for it. And this is what it tends to do. It gives you a purpose of, I'm very fortunate in my business and, in my life that I can give money. Like we work pretty hard, but like there are times where I have money left over, as you should if you're a successful business owner. You should, even if
I think that's why
sometimes
we're
you
here.
might, sometimes you might not.
Yeah.
And it's true. Sometimes you
Yeah.
might not. But when you give it, I always find that it comes back. And it's not like I'm not giving thousands of dollars away a year. I mean, you don't have to go crazy. And I'm not doing it to like, when people do like a GoFundMe and like it says, do you want to post anonymously or do you want your name attached to it? And you got like the one guy in the comments or whatever that like just donated $1,500, something like everyone's like $20 for $1,500, posts his name beside it or like a business something. It's like that's not what we're talking about.
Doing something for a good reason, not just because you want to get your name out.
And it doesn't be money. Like I'm talking about money now, but like it could literally be like you have a customer. Like I have this lady. She comes in all the time. Probably about 3 times a year. Never gotten a detail before. I don't know what she backs into with her car every year, but she does. And the first time she calls me up and goes, "Hey, I hit a shopping cart with my Lexus. My husband's mad and wouldn't eat his dinner." Like very upset at her that there's now a black mark on the Lexus. So she comes to get her car. She goes, "Can you fix it?" I'm like, "Let me see what I can do." I'm like, "Oh, whatever." And so she comes and I polished it right off. Like, it was literally just like a scuff from plastic. I'm like, "You know what you do next time?" She's like, "What's that?" I go, "You don't tell your husband. You just come here first." Then we want to see what we can do, right? So she's been back 3 times. Like I don't know what she hit, but like she's literally like my I don't know. I always laugh like 'cause I just see her. She just walks in the door, doesn't ever calls, nothing. Just walks in the door and I just go, "What did you hit now?" Like I don't understand. Like she just laughs. She goes, but it's like, what's your purpose? It's like people like that.
Yeah.
Could I make a lot of money off her? 100%. Like obviously I could. But it's one of those things where like every time she walks in, like there's been times where, like I'm busy, like so busy and stressed out dealing with customers or ordering stuff or whatever. And she walks in, I just laugh, bro. Like instantly laugh. I'm like, "What did you do?
Positive moment.
What did you do?" And she goes, "I don't know what happened." Every time, "I don't know what happened. It's just there."
It was there.
Like,
That's what they all say.
I'm like, "What?" I'm like, okay. So my purpose, getting back to it without the funny story, is helping people. I always look back and it's like, how can I help people? And literally could be like, I had a lady yesterday when you were at the shop and she's picking up a detail and she goes, "Oh, you couldn't get this water stain out in the seat." And some details and seem like, no, like it is what it is. Like I try my best. I said, "Oh, yeah, no problem." I go, "Let's see what we can do." And I just grab like the foam in a can and just spray it on. And then at least she seems like we're doing something. Do I think it's gonna count? Probably not. Like it's probably permanently in the car. That is what it is, right? It's a older Elantra. Like, I mean, it's not like it's new. And I said, she's been to us once or twice. And I said, "What's the deal with this? Because like you seem a little weird." She goes, "Oh, my husband's dad passed away and water spilled out of his bouquet of flowers and went on the seat. Now it's stained." I'm like, and you look and you take a second. You're like, it has nothing to do with the stain.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with she's grieving because of her husband's dad. And you take a second, and this is where it is to help people, is you don't get mad. You don't have an ego. You don't have nothing. You literally go, "I'm so sorry." And it happened like 2 months ago. I'm like, "I'm so sorry what you're going through. Let me see what I can do." So now what I do is I say, you know what? They tried it and she's not. And normally I take the blame for everything. Like if something goes
Yeah.
wrong at my business, it's always my fault. Is it ever my fault? Never. Is it my team's fault? Never. Like this, not their fault. I said, listen, I go, they worked on the car. I said, they're better than me, you know? And she's like, yeah, I know that. Like she's been to me a few times. Like she knows. Like I'm like, let me see what I can do. I will spend the time to see what, you know, if we can do something about this. If we can't, you know, it is what it is. I go, but at least I'll try. She's like, oh, that's more. I go, because, you know, I'm pretty busy. She goes, oh, I know you're super busy. I'm like, okay, grab it, you know, try it. To take the 2 minutes to go back and do that for her and help her, not charge her anything, not yell at her, not give her some egotistical answer, nothing. That's what keeps me going. And some detailers would look at that and say, she gave you a complaint, said your job wasn't good. No. She's grieving because someone in her family that she was close to or her husband was close to died. And she took it out in a different way. Instead of saying, you know, I'm sorry, she's asking for help. And that's what that is. She's 100% asking for help and just someone to listen to her. So when you spend the time and listen to her, you have no idea the type of difference that makes in someone's life. And it could literally be something stupid where she's now going to go back to her job and say, listen, like, this guy's so nice. He did this for me. He went above and beyond. And are those marks still going to be there? Yeah. I mean, they're not coming out. Like, you know, like I can tell you, they're not coming out. But especially in the Hyundai seats, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But the point is you tried and you made it seem like you wanted to make a difference. And that's where my anchor is every day is how can we help people and how can we make people's lives better, including my employees? How about you? What's your do you have one? Because that's actually a good question. Do you have an anchor? Because it takes time to figure it out. And you're also new where you might not need one yet. But like this is where I developed mine is when stuff really starts to turn to shit and like you're getting a bunch of complaints all at once, you know, everything's happening at the same time. And you're just like, why do I even own this stupid thing? Like, what am I even doing here? Like those moments where you just want to sit in a ball in the corner and go like this and say, like, I'm done talking to the people. Like, I don't even want to answer the phone.
Honestly, it's religion for me. I'll be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah, religion.
Okay. How do you equate that to detailing?
I'm sure this is not just me. It's a lot of people. Everybody pretty much believes this. Everything happens for a reason. Okay.
Mhm.
If you whether you believe in a man upstairs or whatever you believe in, we believe in a God, right? One on one God, and I believe full heartedly like everything happens through His will. So whatever He's predestined for me, I guess you could say. So when it's like tough, when you know stuff hits the fan, bro, you know what I mean? When you know
Like
just
this morning?
family things going on, yeah, bro. That like I okay. Anyway, dude, I was so mad the whole day about that. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
and her card
He had
turned
a
out
bad
amazing.
he had a bad customer this morning,
Amazing.
and it just made him wanna that's why he doesn't have any
It
hair
wasn't
anymore.
a bad experience. Listen, it wasn't a bad customer. They've dropped off their dad a lot of times. They're very nice. It's the fact that they hung up the phone on me mid sentence. I flipped out. I was like,
So
and I
oh,
didn't like retaliate. Like I called her. I was like, hey, did you end the phone or did you accidentally cut the phone? She's like, oh, I don't know, like accident. I was like, okay.
yeah, right. But
While I was
so this is the time when you ask and you realize it has nothing to do with you.
yeah,
So, like, literally my point is when someone does that and they go off the rails,
yeah,
it it takes a moment
yeah,
when the customer comes to pick up their car. They're dropping the car off early. They won't say any more details. They're
yeah,
dropping the car off early and just we're giving them problems. Like, why aren't you here? And I don't feel comfortable. Like that type of thing.
yeah.
What you got to get better at asking, and this isn't like I know you'll ask this because it's you. It's literally, I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah,
Notice this morning it was a little rough, you know, a little
yeah.
rough. Like you weren't how you normally are, I think. So hopefully everything in your life's going okay. And you would be amazed by you saying that. It's scary. It's like some people are like, I don't want to know how your life's going. Like you meet these people and they're rude and whatever. But like I've said it probably 10 times when detailing, when it's just people like you know they're good people.
Yeah.
If they're belligerent, I don't, you know, get
No.
out of here. Whatever, right? But you can tell they're good people. And I've said it a few times. I go, it seems like you know you're going through a hard time. Is that like I hope it gets better for you.
Can you
And
imagine?
I've even done things like, yeah, but like when they hear that, they cry.
Yeah, I can't, dude. I can't see people cry. I start crying.
dude,
I
but
can
it
tear
makes a
up.
big difference. And like that's where like you look back and like that's what because that's the point. They're burnt out.
Yeah.
Like they're literally burnt out, and that's what they're coming out at right now to you. And that's exactly why we're doing this episode. She's obviously not gonna watch it, but she probably should. But
So
so go.
religion, right? So we pray 5 times a day as Muslims, whatever you want to say. Pray 5 times a day. So like I look forward to that prayer 5 times a day. Like like literally like it'll be busy, dude. I have 6 cars, whatever it might be, 10 phone calls, 5 people to respond to, and it's like let's say afternoon prayer. I am so excited for afternoon prayer. After afternoon prayer, I sit down for a couple minutes, I recoup, and then I kind of just do what I have to do. I love it. It's honestly the best. Like, it's kind of like 5 times a day. You take a break. You really humble yourself. You pray, and you humble yourself, and you just take a break. Whether it's before or after, you kind of sit down and recoup. And it's
So
like, dude,
I'm
just
gonna
like the
I'm gonna ask a
stress.
question.
Zero. Go ahead. Yeah,
So do you think it's the praying that does it for you, or is it the breaks? So like,
the
because that's
praying
my
for
question.
sure. Like it both.
Okay.
Like, technically both, but like if the way I word it in my head is I'm caught up in this world, right? So
Yeah.
whether
Oh,
it's work,
100%.
this, that, this,
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, this, I'm
Yeah.
taking a break from that to pray. You know what I mean?
Got it. So you're almost putting everything on. It's
On hold.
forcing you to put everything on pause.
Yes. So like that for me is like 5 times a day to do that. Honestly, I think it's keeping me sane.
It's almost like
Keeping me
meditation, kind of.
literally, literally, yeah.
Like for me, that makes a big difference. Is when, and I don't do it anymore, and I really should because it's getting busier again. But I went through a phase, and this was last year, and especially in the winter, I'd meditate for like just 10 minutes every night,
Best thing.
and the amount of weight that was off my shoulders when I was done, I'm like, holy! I literally felt it, and it was just like light, like just
Dude,
gone.
incredible, incredible.
And like when I heard it, it's like you hear about it and you're like, oh, meditation. Like I'm not some voodoo person. Like, you know what I mean? Like it might be a little too much. And I just did guided ones. Like I just go on YouTube and be like 10-minute guided meditation. I'd listen to the same one for a little bit and I kind of change. And but like it's literally like for me, it was like the being able to like put everything on pause
Yeah.
and just be like gone. But it's hard to do that.
It's
The practice it takes, but it's hard to make your brain shut off.
Yes, you're right. Honestly, even for me, like when I first got the shop, it was like I would miss a prayer. I'll be honest. Like I'm not really supposed to be saying that, but like I miss prayer, and I'm like, dang, I missed it. I was busy. But now it's like, bro, like I'm at the point where it's like I put that ahead, and bro, everything. I've never been delayed. I've never been late. I've never lost anything because I started doing it more often, right? So like the meditation for you, bro, like telling you if you like whether it's before your shift or after your shift, you just pause, take a nice breath. You're like, "It was a busy ass day. Let me chill out." You know what I mean? Or
Well,
before you like, it's nice weather. You're walking in the shop. The sun's out. You're like, okay, today's gonna be hell.
yeah. Yeah.
So you kind of sit there. You're like, okay, let me breathe. And I think it's like one of the biggest things is like you said, like finding your anchor, right? And then just sticking to it. Like, bro, like for you, it's helping people. I obviously love to help people. I don't do as much business related helping as you do, and even not even business related, just in general. Like I do help out friends and family and things like that.
Yeah.
And if there's ever an opportunity for me to put my hand out and give something, I 100% will.
You always do. Yeah.
100%. But positivity too. I think being surrounded with the right people in your life,
Oh my god, it's a
that
big
was a
one.
big one, brother.
Oh,
Jinx, man. You owe me a
oof.
mango pineapple juice.
I ain't paying for that.
Anyway, positive people, bro. Oh, let me tell you, positivity. Like you said, like, dude, laughing, it's a drug. When Andrew and I talk, like, it's like jokes, positivity. When I come in for your employees, it's jokes. When I talk to
Yesterday.
people on the phone, yeah, that was hilarious. When I talk. When I talk to people on the phone, Andrew might not like this, but I make it a point to make at least someone on the phone laugh one time. Make it a point. I
Important.
literally make it. I'm like, I don't know what
So
it
I had
is.
a guy.
But yeah, I always make it a point to laugh.
I had a guy today. Me and Taylor were going to the grocery store and we're going somewhere else to get some stuff for work today really quickly. Guy calls, goes through the car, it's Bluetooth, and he just goes on a rant about how he wants to get his wife's Chevy Cruze detailed, I think is what it was, an older Chevy Cruze. And he goes, listen, it's not a nice car. It's dirty. I wasn't supposed to smoke in it. I smoked in it anyway. She's mad. There's film all over it and whatever. And I don't have that much money. And whatever. So I look at him and I go, she told you not to smoke in it. You did it anyway. He goes, yeah, I've already heard all that already, brother. Like, he starts going on this, and he goes on a rant about. He goes, yeah, and I give him the price. He goes, that's kind of expensive. I go, it is what it is. Like, that is how much we're gonna charge. I go, like, I'm not gonna, change that. He goes, yeah, like groceries are expensive. He goes, like, no one told me when I had kids, like I had to feed them. And I'm like, yeah, what about your smoke, your cigarettes? Are you worried about paying for that too? And like, just like joking with him, right? And he's laughing. Like, you could tell, like, he's just laughing.
You find the vibe in the person.
Yeah. And he's just joking. And I'm like, do I really want to work on that car? No. And she's like, well, now we're going to. She made that guy laugh on the phone. Yeah. And it's true. It's the same thing as I believe in making people laugh, not as much as you. But it does make a difference. And there is a place for it. And you can kind of feel the vibe of the person when you're just like that, where I'm like, so she told you not to do it and you did it anyway. Now you're paying for a detail. Like just like stuff like that. And they laugh like, oh, I know.
Honestly, I think positivity, laughing, whether it's like people around you who are kind of, honestly, if everybody's probably heard this, someone who's always, how do you say this? Like people who are smarter than you in a room. Like, dude, when I walk into a room and I hear you talk, I'm like, okay, bro, this guy's actually smart. Let me just listen. Whereas, like, if you're the smartest in the room, I think, I think everybody can learn at some point. Every day you're learning something new. But it's like if you're the smartest person, always talking, always doing everything, and I just walk in a room and you're like, dude, what the heck's this guy doing? You're not gonna want me there. I'm not putting nothing towards it. It's not gonna benefit you. You're gonna like, bro, it's this guy just a leech. Next guy who messaged me wants me to help him for this auto detailing business, just a leech. It's like, bro, like, you got to take care of people around you. You got to also like, just be not be happy, be positive. Happy comes and goes, but positivity, like, bro, you can be sad and positive.
True.
Like, oh, my dog died, but I mean, I guess I could get another one. Oh
no, or you say like, it says literally like, and I've went over this is a Gary Vaynerchuk reference, is you don't realize how lucky you are until you something along the lines of you don't realize how good your life is until you do this one exercise. And he goes, I 7 times a day pretend all the closest people in my life died.
Damn.
And then you think, does this still matter? Does this problem even matter? If everyone died, would I still be looking at this problem? And it's the most morbid, dark thing I've ever heard in my life. But it really puts it into perspective. If when something goes wrong in your life, so let's say that lady this morning and you're frazzled. If all your family died and you lost your business and everything, would it still matter? No, you just laugh it off. Like, this person's a knucklehead. Like, you literally like just look at, and that's kind of how you got to look at all these things. And same with the burnout and positivity. Oh my God, it doesn't make a difference. So you've met Dean,
Love that guy.
Yeah, love him. He is someone who's one of the most positive people. I mean, he has his moments, and we go on. He has rants like I do, and Erjan does too.
Oh, I love his rants.
Yeah, they're funny. But he's so funny, and he's gone through some stuff. You heard about on the podcast. He comes into the shop, and all my employees stop what they're doing immediately and just go up to him and listen to him talk.
Dude, he has a way, bro.
Oh my God. I just like
you guys have to, dude, we have to get invited to like SEMA or like an auto detailing expo. We gotta bring Dean and everybody's just gonna know, okay, yeah, this guy's a real deal.
Yeah. Like you really but it's some people, they are that positive where like they would help you. And he literally, like, that's why we had him on for that episode. He literally through and through will help anybody that needs it. Like, he will do that. Yeah. And the ability of surrounding yourself with that, like, and that was a big change in my life, was I kicked out negative people. And it's like literally like cancer. Like, you literally look at it in your life. And like there's some people, like are like, a little joke and they'll be negative and you're like, like they're on the borderline, but like they kind of bounce back and forth. And you're like, fine. I always tell myself I can have 2 of those people in my life. Usually 2, not anymore. So 2 people where it's like sometimes they're terrible, sometimes they're great.
Yeah.
This isn't to judge people. The rest of people in my life, genuinely positive. And like people will say that. They're like, "Oh, you're friends with Andrew? Oh, you must be real deal." Like he doesn't mess around with like nonsense. And that's true, is because like you've seen me. You see how much stuff I got going on. Like today was not a day where I could sit down. It was like literally I'm on the phone. I did all these quotes in the morning. Then a supply truck comes, drops stuff off. Then Canada Post yells at me, and they delivered mail to the wrong place. And I just submitted a ticket that they gave mail to the wrong place. And then they yelled at the post office guy, and then he brought the mail back. And then then you're dealing with that. Then you go to the store to get stuff, and then you go back and you put out that cord reel up that you got, and then you do this. Then you answer the phone.
You guys like it?
Yeah, it works good. I got it up today. But anyway, that's what it is, and it's not like it's easy, right? So you got to be positive. Like, yeah, joke, and like my employees know me. Like Taylor will look at me and she'll just go. She usually does, but even Darren, my newest employee, he's starting to get it too, and he looks and
He's
he
a
goes,
nice guy. I like the guy.
Yeah, he fits in pretty good.
No way. Honestly, I was like, when he started joking around with us, I was like, damn, this guy's been here though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Also,
he's the type, he has that energy where it's like if you feel like you know him, he's just very like smooth.
Yeah.
Like he just walks in, it's like,
Yeah.
yo, what up, bro? Like, you know, it's not like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, oh, I can't talk to this guy. He's like chatting, you know, whatever. I'm like,
yeah,
pretty nice
hey,
guy.
he's a good guy. Yeah, and someone said that to me today. They're like, I will give you one thing. Like they talk smack to me all the time. I'll give you one thing. You hire good people. You pick the right people, and it's like, wow, like yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just take a chance on people, and I, like
He's so flustered, bro.
huh?
You're like,
I guess. I mean, I don't want to give myself that much credit, but
I've never seen you flustered.
Oh boy, Urjan's going off on one here, but it's true. Like, and my team's part of it is you meet these people that are super positive and makes life so much easier. Like, I'm not listening to complaints all day. If they're complaining, it's usually justified, or Taylor's just on one and just losing her mind on a car that's dirty. But for the most part, it's all justified. It's like when they complain, like we talked about already, they're like, we can't reach top of cars. And like a normal boss, like stretch, like too bad.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Versus me, I'm like, why are they? And it takes me a second because like I have those moments when I'm just annoyed. I'm like, listen, like I'm dealing with this, like 3 things at once. Now they're complaining. I'm just not even complaining. Like this is me being dramatic. They're like making a point, right? Like they know that I'm gonna be the boss that listens to what their point is, and like I will listen to it.
Yes.
And I just, I sit back, I'm like, yeah, whatever. In the moment, I'm like, yeah, okay. Like whatever it is, right? Like whoever, it depends who says it. She sometimes gets very like frustrated with things. Yeah. So I just bounce off, like, yeah, whatever. Let me think about it. And then it takes me like 10 minutes, and they know. It takes me 10 minutes. I think about it. I'm like, yeah, they're right. Let's go. Let's just go do it. And I'll just leave. Like it's because it's true. And that's what, but you do those little things for them. And it's like today, and treating your employees well. And someone was telling me actually recently, and they listened to the episode, Dean, they're like, those points aren't just for detailers. Like you're not realizing how much your advice is not normal for any industry. And I thought about it, and looks like they said that, and I'm like, yeah, like you're right. Like no industry does what we do. Like you really like. They're like it's so like and against the grain almost, where it's like yeah, we just work together. And it's like even like this new guy that we're talking to now, and it turns like like he reached out to me. I've known him for a while, and now he wants to order product with us, and it's all about helping people. And like when a detailer reaches out to you, and as long as they're good and they're credible, I'll help anybody. Like, but people ask me like, why are you helping your competition? I'm like, why wouldn't I? Like, I can say it so many times.
I'll say it, bro. Nobody can keep up with the injury. This guy texted me 8:30 in the morning. At 8:30 in the morning. Look what I set up. I'm like, did you even sleep, bro?
Well, that was a while ago. You already said this in the podcast.
No, this is like you sent me another one. I'll look at it.
Yeah, the AI, the AI.
Tuesday, you sent me. Yeah, I'm like, does this guy not go to sleep, bro? Like,
the AI answering service.
Oh yeah. Like,
yeah.
Does this guy not go to sleep, bro? Like, it's so funny, but it's like honestly, like, you can't keep up with this guy, and Sorry, I just had to write down the timestamps because editor over here. Uh, but it's what was I saying? Oh,
You can't keep
keeping up
up
with
with me.
Andrew. This guy, honestly, like he's a bullet, bro. Honestly, he's like someone shooting a gun, and Andrew is just keep going. It's like a 50 cal bullet. Just keeps going. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got one speed. Let's go.
Yeah, Andrew. I remember Andrew when I first like started like telling him like kind of help me out whatever. He's like okay, promise me you're gonna do one thing. I was like what? He's like don't procrastinate. It's just one mode. Go. I was like okay. I didn't understand. I was like okay, what the hell is this guy just talking about? And he'll tell me like yo you should do this. You should do this and this and this and have it all done. And he'd call me and he'd be like, yo, you don't have it done? I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I stressed me out. I'm like, this guy, like, I actually realized, like, bro, you're an animal. Like, when it comes to, like, getting stuff done, like, props to you, bro. That's crazy, honestly. It's like,
But
dude, you can go.
yeah, but it's also because I'm super focused on burnout, and which is the point of the episode is I don't work past 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can say that about me. You'll call me. It's different when you call my personal phone. You have a question. Sure, I'll answer it.
Yeah.
But like actually working on cars, never.
No.
If I'm there past 5, something went wrong. And it's like the same, like, sometimes I might look at an email or, I get sucked into the trap. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm getting better at it. And there's people in my life that like just beat the crap out of me when I'm looking at my work stuff and it's after hours.
Yeah.
And I'm getting better at it. But the main thing is, and this is what Ivan taught me, and I always bounce back to that guy, is he looks and he goes, it's not about the amount of hours you work, it's what you can do in those 8 hours.
Yeah.
I can do in 8 hours what you do in 3 days.
Probably, yeah. Guaranteed.
And that's not a bash. That's literally looking at your time. It's also because I have employees too that I'm not touching cars. But it's also is I look at my time and my schedule and say, what am I doing every 5 minutes? Start off with 30 minutes. So like when you break down your day, it's like, let's say you're praying, right? You break down your day. So like whatever those times are, it's like, I don't know, 9, 12, 3, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Whatever the times are. Add that in your calendar. Then add like answering quotes from like 9 to 10. And when you start looking at your life like that, you're like, you know how much time I'm doing screwing around? Like you literally look at your like breakdown and like it doesn't have to be busy all the time. Don't get me wrong. That's not my life. It is not. You've been to my shop. It's not like that. But when it's work time and I have an idea, get out of my way.
Oh yeah.
like
Crazy.
and like yeah. And yeah, like it's one speed. Go. Because like this is the thing. If I can give you the best thing I got in my life, it's how fast I make things happen.
Yeah.
And it's my best gift. And it's literally, and it's by, I don't know how I can even teach it. I think I naturally have it. It's by looking at a situation and kind of boiling down all the problems. It's pretty much how to solve a problem is how my brain works. It's like right now, someone's messaging me. They're having issues, like they ordered something, doesn't fit. They don't know if they can reach out to the place and get it returned. It says final sale, like whatever, right? It's looking at the problem. And like to me, it's just like, just reach out to them.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to say no, but like that's an easy thing for me, right? For them, it's like, well, they said final sale and they feel bad. And it's like, is that a real problem? 100%. Like they're right. Like I think about this as like a business owner. It's like if it was my customer and I sold them, if I had 3 sizes of wash mitts,
yeah,
and they got a small, and I wrote final sale on clearance, and then the customer comes back and they're like, I'm a first-time customer. I really like the product. I just need a medium. Can I change it?
Hell
A
yeah.
business that says no, they're stupid. Because
they're fraud.
No, but they're obviously, if you do that to them, they're gonna come back. Like they know that. For them to get a new customer costs more. So it's about like little things like that where like when I have a problem in front of me, it's like just not like Taylor's used to it, Nick's used to it, even like personal problems that might bring up to me or they'll talk to me or whatever. And when you get used to, I guess, solving problems fast and quickly, it really makes people in your life come to you with their problems because, like I've had people, they'll come to me and they'll be like, yeah, you know nothing about this industry, but I trust your judgment. What should I do? And they give me the problem, like, I'll do this. And it's like 90% of the time it's right. And they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, I don't know. You just do it. Like, I don't understand.
How are you?
Like you kind
of, like, were you like?
No, I mean, I was okay. I know.
No,
I didn't go to school that often at all. If I could not be there, I wouldn't be there.
it makes two of us, brother.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm not a school guy. I mean,
Did you like do work though, or like were you kind of like
I don't know. I had a 60, 70 average. And like in Canada, 50 is a pass. So I mean, I would say it's like a normal, like a B average, C average.
Honestly,
But yeah,
man, it shows you, man. This school
it's
system is
not for
not.
me.
No, it's not meant for a lot of people. It wasn't for
No.
me.
And then I got out of it. And I'm just like, and that's where you want to learn about burnout. Put me in a classroom.
I'm asleep 5 minutes in.
It's not even that. I'm getting stressed out. I'm like I've solved this problem 10 minutes ago and you're still talking about step 2. Like I'm honestly just like, it's like even like when I was a kid, but yeah, like kind of getting back to it though is yeah, I work fast, but the reason why I can work fast is because it's almost like, it's almost like a slow burn, if that makes sense. You get used to working fast. I know how much energy I have to the number. Now, is that scary? Oh yeah, because I'm so comfortable. Like if you have 3,000 energy at the beginning of the day, I'm comfortable getting that sucker to 2. Like I know I got 2 left at the end of the day. I'm like, I can burn it. Like I know that the 2 energy, and then I go home, and then people at home get mad at me because my brain's just mush. Because it's like I use all my energy. But that's another thing though. Like, cause you say like, oh, you're a bullet. Like you work hard. You like when your brain's set on something, it's like a day and a half. It's built. Like it's just done. It's hard as hell to work with other people.
Yeah.
Even this, I almost didn't do this. I'm like, even when I told people, I'm like, I'm doing a podcast. Like, oh, you're by yourself? Like, no, I'm doing it with Urjan. They're like, oh, you must really trust him. You don't work with other people like that.
Yo, chill, man. Don't make me blush.
No, but no, but honestly, and the reason why is because I'm just like, it's hard. Employees, it's easier for me. But when we're equals, it's like, dude, like carry it on. Like, hurry it up. Like, what are you doing? Like, even like when you make mistakes, I make mistakes too. But when you make mistakes, you're like, oh, Andrew's gonna have a field day with this.
Did Dean tell you that?
Yeah. Because like I catch mistakes very quickly, and it's not even just, it's just how my brain goes. Like I'll look at something, it's like, okay, like let's go. Like I told you about this a day ago. Like what's the deal with this?
And honestly, Walnut, like it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. I needed accountability. Like, bro, with the area in my life when I first started detailing, it's like, bro, people are hyping me up and I was nothing. And people were telling me, yo, you're doing so good, you're so good. And it's like, I used to be very overweight, big boy. And people would always tell me, bro, you're not overweight. And then
now you're muscular. Now you're looking hot.
I haven't gymmed in a month and a half, but
yeah, you're working detailing. You don't need the gym.
No, damn no, bro. I'm picking up the IK foamer. Fully diluted 1 to 4 or 4 to 1.
Oh my god. 5, isn't it 1 to 5?
No, brother, you told me 4 to 1.
Oh, you remembered.
Or 1 to 4. Well, 4 parts chemical, 1 part water, right?
No, 4 parts water, 1 part chemical.
Yeah, anyway, so burning out. I'm tired, bro. I'm burnt out, bro. You're burning me out, man. What was I saying? Accountability, like, bro. Telling people, like, okay, you have to, like, for example, like editing the thumbnails. The first few weeks, and it's just like, okay, why isn't the thumbnail done? I'm like, I don't really know. And it's like, I had time to do it. I just don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I was being lazy, procrastinating. Or it's like, I felt like, okay, it's after work hours. It's like, oh, screw it. I'm chilling. Whereas like, this is our after hour thing. This is our like, we have a 9 to 5. Fun. You have the 9 to 12, whatever the heck it is, 6 to 12, whatever it might be, right? This is entertainment. Like, I love it. Are we the most famous podcasters? No. I love it though. Because my insurance broker actually asked me, he's like, how's the podcast going? And I was so excited. I was like, no way. I was like, no, you watch it. So anyway, it's like burning out. Burning out, you can get it, especially like someone with Andrew. When Andrew tells you like, yo, you should be doing this, it's not like, bro, get it done or I'm not talking to you anymore. No, it's like, okay, he tells you like reasons. He's like, okay, bro, if you finish the thumbnail after you finish the video, you're done for the week. Like, okay, yeah, you're right. Whereas like I used to do the video on one day and the thumbnail on this day, or like for example, like my website, I'd edit it in this day, publish it this day. He's like, why don't you just do it all? I'm like, I don't know. So now anytime I start doing something, like, okay, not to like float your boat, bro, but like I'd be like, okay, if
I
Andrew saw
don't
me doing this,
float my boat.
if Andrew saw me doing this right now, what would he say? And it's like I'm taking all the things you taught me, right? Doing it quick, doing it right, doing it properly, whatever, doing it legally.
Yeah.
uh, and
The
just
most important one.
how would I do it, right? And that's honestly what it is. It's like I can't go back to like, bro, if I have to make a change on my website, I'll do it on Thursday. And it's like, okay, I'm really logging right now.
Yeah, just do it.
And
Yeah.
just do it. To get it over with, because it's like then you also after doing that, I notice I don't know how it is for you. I don't stress as much.
No, because off your head.
Yeah, and I don't stress as much. It's like before I used to probably procrastinate about a school assignment, 5 days late, a month late, a week late, whatever it might be. I'm thinking about it constantly. Whereas like
Yeah.
if you just get it done, it's like, bro, I'm not even thinking of anyone. Yeah, let's go. That's it.
But like the difference between for me about like business stuff and a school assignment is I knew a school assignment was like I knew like what am I going to get from reading this book? Nothing. I'm not getting nothing. At least with work, I'd be like, at least I'm like I'm gonna get paid. Like this might I can like ideally think like this is gonna make me money. And like anything I do is like, okay, this could make me money. Like it's always the answer, like it could. Like so I'm gonna work on it. And then it gets to a point. So like you're really kind of hitting these things. It's number one, finding an outlet. And for me, that's um being done at 5 o'clock. It's like the
Yeah.
best thing I could ever do. Yeah, like
Really?
that's my outlet.
I feel like mine is a few things: the gym, and then also like hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Not every day though. I made that mistake. I say,
No.
I need a peace of mind, bro. I'm gonna go chill with the boys every single day. Did
Depends who the
nothing.
boys are.
They're the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Depends who they are though.
oh yeah, before when I used to chill every day, like when I hanging out with the friends every
Yeah.
day, they were there. They were
Yeah. People
party
that can
people out.
chill with you, people that can chill with you every day got nothing going on.
Yeah. So now
And
it's
it's
like,
different.
bro, maybe
It's
Friday.
different. It's different if it's like a significant other, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
But like when you're like just hanging out with the same guys and they're drinking, smoking, and whatever they're doing, and
Don't do that,
they're
brother.
yeah, whatever they're doing, right? You just know.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you guys doing in life? Versus now, like the people I talk to now, for the most part, it's like business owner, happy in life, has a family, loves their family. You know, like you look at the values people have, and it used to be like I used to be about when I was talking to people. This goes back to being positive, people around you that are positive. I look at them and be like, oh, they're funny, or they can party a lot. And like I saw those people in my life. Don't get me wrong. I just don't see them as much. Like so that they have a place. Like if I'm in the mood where it's like, yeah, let's go, I'll call them. But like I
Yeah.
also that's the expectation I have with them. I don't expect to learn a business
No.
proposition or an idea from them. It's they're a good time. You talk to them, and you know them forever, and you're thankful for them in that moment. Now, are they the people that if I was in trouble I'd call? No. Like I mean, that's the people that you got to think about. Is how many people do you have that are the type of person? They don't have to be friends. They could be family. That if you call them at 3 a.m, the second that they say hello, you already hear them pulling their pants on because they already know something happened. Then you
Yeah.
need them. Dean said it. Those are the type of people that you need in your life. It's like if you called me at 12 o'clock midnight and said, this is what happened, I would literally look and say, okay, what do you need me to do? You would say, be like, all right, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the type of people in your life. And I can say you're one of them that whenever you call and they give you like either a person to bounce ideas off of that are close to level headed, or they give you their perspective. So it's like whenever something bad happens in my life, always, and goes back to, burnout, people will look at me like, your support system is ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, because I surround myself with people that, they have it. Like they're not weak people. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's some that are weaker than others, but I mean, let's say like my top six, they can probably carry a decent amount of weight. So when you have six of them, where it's like something happens to me, oh yeah, people are dropping everything because they're like, oh, this is Andrew, like he'll do anything for me, and that's true, I would. But the same thing where it's like your support system is ridiculous. I'm like, Yeah, I'm very blessed. Thank you. And it's true, and it's the reason why. And you can't tell people this because they don't get it. You build that. You pick who's in your circle. Just because my circle can kick your circle's ass doesn't mean like it's true though,
Yeah.
because you pick who's in it, and you pick it. It's kind of like who are the people that if everything happened bad in the world, I'd want in my corner.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I got my accountant there. I got my lawyer. I got all the people you can think about. It's like, oh, like I should really have. And this is how I kind of build it is you have the person that's nurturing you. You have the one who's smart under pressure. You have the strength. You have that, and you'll think about it, and then you start characterizing people in these things. And people say this to me a lot. Like, why do you characterize people in your life? I'm like, because I need to know what everyone's good at. Because if it hits the fan, I'm swearing a lot in this episode. Oh, you're going to be editing a lot. If hits the fan,
Oh my God.
Who do you want to call?
Yeah.
You're like, but
God,
true
no.
though. But true, like honestly, and when you start thinking that way, so it's like I am usually the person if something goes wrong, people ask me
We're
for
gonna
what to
call.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Say what you want me to do and where you want me to go. And then we go from there. That's usually my spot. And then the rest, it all fits into play. And it's just that's how it goes. And that's how I think of my life. That if it's almost like I think of it like a business and all the different departments. It's weird how my brain works. You're really starting to realize how but it's true. It's
I'm not gonna
who's
lie.
the meat department, who's the produce, who's the, home goods, who's the frozen food, and how does it all mesh together? And what do we all do? And it's like literally I'm building an NFL team in my life. It's like who is what position and how do we get to the touchdown in the end? And obviously the idea is you're bringing all those people with you if you can.
100%.
Because it gets to the point where if you're helping build me and you're one of them, if you're helping build me, I'm going to bring you to the victory. Like I'm not going to just not like right when I'm near the end of where we want to be. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, see you later. Yeah, like whatever. No, it's like it's advice I heard in a video, and it's like literally, and it was a billionaire, and he's like, they asked like, what's your best business advice? And he's like, find the people you can trust, take them with you all the way. Because it's true. It's people's the game. It's not about money. I can tell you right now, I used to play about it for every dollar. I'd be like, oh, I just upsold this guy $60. That ain't nothing. Once you start focusing on people, and this will really eliminate your burnout because you're not going to be working as hard. Is once you focus on people and you meet people and help people and you get to know people and not be fake and gross. Like don't be slimy and like, oh yeah, bro, and like, no. It's once you meet people and you learn how people work and you help them out and then they help you out and then you have a good relationship, people's the game because I'm going to get a big contract because of a person in a relationship and it has nothing to do with, oh, I made an extra $50 on a job. It's I spent 5 minutes talking to this person, reaching out to them. And it's like down the road, those connections really start to come up where it's like now, like even you'll say like, how do you have so much ceramic? It's because I spend time talking to people. And like you'll talk to people and now because I've been doing it for so long, I'll have a guy that I quoted 5 years ago and I can see it in my CRM. I quoted him for like a regular car 5 years ago. Now he has a Cadillac. He's like, you quoted me 5 years ago. I'm like, I don't tell him I know, but it's on there. I can see it. I'm like, okay. He's like, you were so nice to me. I wasn't financially set to get my car done at that time, but I am now. I sold that car. I'm ready to go. So when are we doing it? It's like, because like some people get mad. They're doing a quote and they're like, oh, this guy, whatever, 2020, 2004 Toyota Corolla. And they're like, why are you requesting a quote for ceramic? But what they don't see is that guy is in the middle of his life. He's not at the end. He's not where he wants to be yet. So when you play the long game and you play the people game and you're nice to him anyway, and you resist the burnout, especially when you're burnt out, you do some funky stuff sometimes. You get pretty mad. You might lose on somebody. You might snap a little bit.
Yeah.
Stuff you're not proud of. And I do. And people around me will say, there's times where I'm better at now. Thank God. Look up and say thank you. But like, yeah, there was times in my life where I'd push myself to being overwhelmed working, and it
Yeah.
was an outlet, and it was a way of me running away from my problems. Was literally working all the time, and it
7
sucks.
days
It's
a week,
not easy.
24 hours a day, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, and I use the excuse I own a business. I has to be like this.
Yeah.
What you don't realize is when you work 8:30 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever your hours are, you become invincible.
What even?
When you work set hours and
Damn,
you
bro.
say, I
Starting
have,
with
right? You like that? When you work set hours and you're like, I have to cram everything in this time. And this is why you're like, you're a bullet. It's because I'm working within certain hours. I'm not like Lucy with it, where it's like, oh,
Hey, I can push it a
I
little
didn't
bit.
call this customer back. I'll call him when I get home. It's like, no, I'll call him tomorrow. Like, or I look at him like, why did I not call this guy back all day? Oh, I'm too busy. Why am I too busy? Buy this service, hire a new employee, whatever that is. Like right now, I was just talking to someone and I was saying, like, oh, today's so busy. And they looked at me and they're like, you're always busy. I'm like, yeah, I stay busy. Well, why don't you hire someone to do part of your job? And I'm like,
Hmm.
and they literally, and I know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, itemize your day out. Like, what are you doing? It's like, right, like, why am I going to the store? Like, why am I paying for product when a truck comes? Why don't I just have a company card they can use? Like, why am I ordering products online? Why don't I have an employee do that? Why am I answering all the phone calls? Why don't I have someone else answer the phone calls?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like,
Yeah. Why
it's all
not?
my fault. Yeah, like it's all my fault. You look and you're like, yeah, like you're right. But like you need those people in your life. And this is back to eliminating burnout, where like I'm not burnt out, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But they look and they're like, you're an idiot. Like nicely. But like
Yeah.
you're like, think about what you're doing. Like you're so smart, yet you're missing this. And it's like when you have those people in your life, and like I'm sure I'm that for you, where you look, and I have people like that for me, and you look, and everything they say, they just see stuff you don't. You're like blind to it. It's like there could
Bro,
be
I
like a
tell you that
gold
every day
elephant.
you talk.
Yeah, there could be like a gold elephant in front of you, and like you're just like
Listen.
walking right into it. I'm like, move over. Like he's gonna run you over. It goes back to having the right people in your corner. And there's tons of things you can do. Like we talked about, an outlet. Like for me, that's golf, that's fishing, there's tons of different things you can do. It doesn't have to be all that. And also it can change. Like cooking's one for me. I love to cook. I can cook all day long. I love it. When I go home, oh yeah, you don't even know that about me. I love cooking. I cook all the time, fruits, vegetables, you name it. I love doing it. I can bake. I can do everything. I've been cooking and baking since I was a kid, but love it. Yeah, love it. And why is because that's a sense of family and home to me. Because
Yes.
I've done it since I was, with my mom or with other family members. So when other people cook, they're like, "You get so excited about food." I'm like, it has nothing to do with food. I like food. I love food. Everyone loves food. It's the feeling of I feel you get to know someone when they cook.
Yeah.
Because if they're cooking, microwave meals, it's like, all right, like
This guy's
whatever.
got
Versus,
something.
yeah, a little sketchy, right? Not to bash it, but it's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
Versus when someone's cooking like a homemade meal, like the first meal they ever cook, and they're like making like meatloaf and like mashed potatoes, and like it's just, you just look, you're like, ah, like it's like literally you feel your heart melt. It's like this is a lot of work, and like they're just doing that, like like you just look back at it. So it makes a difference. So kind of this episode went on a whole rant of everything. I think
Our minds
so.
are unburning out, if you will. We're
That
just
didn't even make sense. So,
we're releasing, bro.
geez.
We're just putting out a lot of things out there, man. Someone will like it, bro. Someone will not
Well,
give it.
yeah, 100% because it's a big topic and everyone's going through it right now. And with burnout, the reason why we're kind of just going around and kind of avoiding the main thing in the middle here is it's different for everybody. When I'm burnt out, it's different than Urjan. And also, when you've been burnt out, you try and avoid it.
That's scary, bro. It's like
And
last year actually that happened to me. All I could think about, bro, I need to take it off, bro. I need to take it off. Need to go on vacation. Need to go somewhere. Need to go somewhere. Need to go somewhere. All right, screw it. Just went.
and you need to allow yourself to do it.
Yeah, I went as
Because, like,
August as the best.
for me, it's not even a trip. It's just taking time off. And it literally could be, I've done this many times. I've taken a weekend off. I just stayed home. Just stayed home, did some things at home, you know. I last year I stood up in a friend's wedding and I didn't end up going anywhere. I was going to, but a bunch of family stuff happened. So I didn't end up going anywhere. Took the week off. And it was the weirdest thing. I took the week off and it was like a Tuesday. And it's like normally I'm at work. And like my work phone's in my house. Like I'm not even looking at it. And I just did things with people that weren't working. Like literally like they had the day off. I'm like, all right. So I went to a different cafe every single day. I just sat there. I just sat and I looked at the water and I'm like, you know, it's so peaceful being able just to sit down on a Tuesday, watch the water hit the wall, the cement, and just be thankful you're alive.
You ever get retired people telling you about that?
I don't know. That's just what I realized.
Always. I love that stuff. Like people will be like, "Oh, you're retired." I'm like, "Damn, I can't wait."
You know, I'm scared for retirement.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. Like, dude, I have to be moving. I can't stay
Dude,
home.
I'm not gonna I think I'm gonna own a business till I'm 98.
Why
I'm gonna have
not?
some side hustle going all the time. Even if it's like some online or futuristic thing, I'm just got some action going on.
Why not?
There's no way.
Why
Yeah,
not?
I don't
I don't think
know.
I
It's possible.
if I still have the functions to operate a business, I would do it.
I'd be running a business out of my nursing home bed. I'd be
Probably
literally
could. You
calling you
could.
up because you're
You 100% could.
yeah,
You
I'd be calling you up because like you're my young friend, even though we're like 4 years apart. Be like, Erzron, get this going, whatever. And just hear yelling at the phone, make some money.
I already
Yeah.
have him back paid. Imagine that. All right, well, I'll bring Chuck with me so I don't lift anything.
Yeah. And you're not much better. You're in like a wheelchair, you can't walk
Oh, me?
anymore.
No, hell, like, heck no, heck no. No,
But it's true, is it's kind of what this episode kind of shows everybody is we're people, right? I mean, and we don't want burnout. We don't even like talking about it. So when you think about it, like we've avoided the subject the whole episode.
yeah.
Honestly. And I hope you got some tidbits because we kind of threw some stuff at it. So we're gonna go back and kind of just reiterate um how to avoid burnout, how to know when you're burnt out. And that's pretty much going to be when you don't want to work anymore, when you're frustrated, or when it just feels like a drag. Like
Yeah,
for me,
I
work's
was gonna
fun.
say that. I feel like, yeah, I was gonna say that.
Work's fun for me until it isn't. And then when it isn't, I'm like, oh, I either got to pull myself back or I got to be easier on myself.
Yeah.
Because that's why, like, when, as you say, I'm like a bullet, it's because I'm so hard on myself that I don't let myself like stop. And that's a flaw, right? There's a healthy way to do it. There's an unhealthy way to do it. And it's realizing, as if stuff gets harder, you're normal. And tips to avoid it, I don't think you can. I think you can do it by like setting good hours for yourself, finding an outlet, being easy on yourself, giving yourself the ability to feel grace. And that's something where like people don't do is when you make a mistake, it's not like if we talk to other people the way we talk to ourselves, we'd be in jail.
My art teacher, she said, your worst critique is yourself."
Yes, that's true.
That's the only thing I took from high school.
Yeah.
Still remember it.
And probably the best advice you ever got. And
The actual best.
Yeah, because it's true. And the other thing too is, and like I've heard this tip too, is like if someone's negative, get rid of them. Because it's like literally you can get rid of them. If you turn negative, you got to live with yourself every day.
It's hard to get out of a negative mindset, bro.
It takes time. It's also a habit to be positive. We talked about this, I think, on the first episode by waking up, just being thankful to be alive.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, first or second episode. And it's a habit. It takes 60 days or something to make a habit. I think is what it is, 60 or 32 days or something like that. And something like that. There's a time frame. So you got to do it for a certain amount of time. Then it just becomes muscle memory. And then you do it. Setting hours. Set work hours. Stop working until, like I was just talking to a supplier and he was complaining about one of our competition calls him at 8 o'clock at night and asked him for products. And like wanted him to deliver it. It's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you working at 8 o'clock at night? Stop. Like, it's not bashing them, but you need work hours. you need to set times where, and yes, can you work in the shop sometimes if something happens?
Also,
100%. Be there.
one thing you taught me is respect. People respect you more. People respect
Oh
your time.
yeah.
It's like, bro, I don't get people that call me anymore and say, "Oh, can I drop off a car at 4:30?" They're like, "Oh, you're closed at 5:30." It's like, yeah. They go, "Okay, if I drop it off now, will I get it like let's say the day after that tomorrow?" Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Why not?
Yeah.
But I'm not
It's
working on
setting
that.
boundaries. But
Yeah.
setting boundaries, and that's the main thing is when you set boundaries, people respect you because you're like, this is my service, this is what I do, this is when I do it. Either fit into it or go somewhere else. It's kind of what you're telling them,
Yeah,
essentially.
literally.
Not rudely, but essentially is what you're doing. What that does is like, oh, like you're important. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
like
know what you're doing.
yeah, I don't like I'll gladly try and fit you in. And like we joke because like I prefer there's a lot of cars I don't work on. And not being egotistical, they
Today.
just don't fit. They they just don't fit in my business, like what we do. So a person called me today. I'll kind of end the episode on this. Person called me today, and it was a disgusting contractor construction car. Like I mean, destroyed car, like destroyed. And
The
he reached
Kia?
out to me. Yeah, sent me pictures of it. It's destroyed. So then I referred it to Dean and Urjan, and I wrote on our because I have a referral system. It'll text them. I wrote tag you're it. I don't want it because it's like whatever. And like he just laughed. Both of you laughed at me, and that's kind of what it is. We joke around and we have fun. So if you got anything from this episode, it's how to eliminate burnout. Don't be afraid of it. Like we are kind of. I mean, you want to make sure it's okay to take breaks, okay to take vacations, okay to take time. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you're struggling with this concept, write a comment. Write a comment, like our video, send us a message if you don't want to do it in public. I mean, like you can email us right on our website, so suds2successpodcast.com, and we'll gladly give you some tips or anything and kind of go through what we've been through because we try our best to do on the podcast. Sometimes, we don't do it as much as we should, but we can do it one-on-one if we had to. So if you have any questions, reach out to us on the website. All the clips are on Suds2 Success Podcast on all social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, obviously. And we are also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Suds2 Success Podcast. You want to listen to us there. As always, have a great week. Happy detailing, and let's make some money. Take care.